lip shape. We all know about lip augmentation, and we've seen some pretty terrible lip augmentation results over the years, and certainly in the last 2 to 3 years. In some areas in the country and in some age groups, it's been a real trend to have the overinflated lip look. But I've been known to speak in the media a lot about this, and perhaps we'll now see a reversal of this trend. Certainly in my clinic, my patients don't ask for that, and it's not what we provide. But I do understand that that's something that some people may want. So what's the secret to a beautiful lip? It's all about proportion and harmony. Now, the upper lip should always be smaller than the lower lip. It's a common myth that the upper lip should be either bigger or the same size as the lower lip. When it comes to the side profile, the upper lip should not overly project over the lower lip, because otherwise that can create that false, ugly appearance. The other things to consider are the width of the face. If you have a very narrow, slim face and a small chin, then you may not be able to have significant lip injections to get the look that you're looking for. Also, it's the relationship of the nose and the chin. So there's lots of different measurements that we need to take and consider in order to give you the most beautiful result. Now, when it comes to lip injections, there's lots of products that are being injected into people's faces, and I really feel strongly that it should only be temporary reversible fillers that are injected. Unfortunately, in our clinic, we see a lot of patients who have been injected by other practitioners badly that we are always having to correct. Now, it seems that we could just reverse it, but actually it can take months or sometimes years to fully correct, and that's if the tissues themselves have been damaged by repeated bad lip injections. So I would really advise you to research your practitioner, to research the product that is being injected, and choose carefully. But with all those things considered, it is very possible to have a beautiful lip which can really enhance your overall attractiveness. I can honestly tell you that I know what a sophisticated lip should look like. I was one of the main doctors in an international study where we compared Juvederm Volbella with Restylane. We looked at safety and the outcomes of the patients, and my patients were injected directly here in our clinic. This was published in the biggest plastic surgery journal in the world, and it's called Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. Now, what we found was that Juvederm Volbella was very safe and very effective, as are many of the other Juvederm products. Also, Restylane was very safe and effective. But what we looked at closely in this study were the lip proportions, the harmonies of the face, and also the severity of lip volume loss, lip lines, the profile. So it was a very comprehensive study that really looked at this area. My doctors have all been trained to a very high level to understand what these lip proportions should look like. So I would very honestly take their advice. And if they say don't have too much put in, I would listen to them, and then you could always have more put in at a later stage.